Ooh, let's turn that contrast down a little bit. That is way too high. Something's up with the parameter battery on this thing. Good folks, Jordan here, today with yet another unboxing video. I've tried my best to erase out my address off the box, and I completely misplaced some scissors, so I guess I use these ones. Today I have another unboxing. I couldn't really record the MacBook Pro unboxing that I was going to do earlier this week. So you can tell I'm tired and it's hot out. So unfortunately, that machine has its own set of problems, which I don't have the time to make a video about. I'm really doing a whole entire thing on that eventually, but for now, I do have one unboxing, which I hope to get on video today, at least as best as I can get it, so let's get into it. Alrighty, it's time to cue some amateur camera work, because I no longer have a phone tripod. The one that I used to have, that was the bendy one, snapped. And of course, when stuff like that breaks, of course, needs replaced. So I haven't replaced it yet, and I haven't bothered to because, well, the amount of times I really need one of those sorts of things is minimal, and besides, who wants to watch an unboxing video all day? But I figured for someone who wants to watch me cut some packing tape off of a FedEx box, well, this is the video for you in amateur camera style and fashion and such, so yeah, this is going to take a lot of cutting. Well, we are starting to make some progress. Got the box somewhat cut open here. This is almost very similar to the box that my 99-cent G5 came in, and it's kind of overlapped like this, but in this case it looks like this was packed very well. So kudos to the eBay seller for doing that for me. Really appreciate it. I like it when it's difficult to unpack something, as long as it came safely. I like tough packaging because then that means it's most likely survived. So, and knowing my FedEx people around here, they do tend to destroy things inadvertently, especially when it comes to vintage things. They're usually pretty gentle when it comes to stuff that has Apple's equipment in it, like iPads and such, but that's only when it's like new, and of course you're on priority shipping, so that's just the way things go with FedEx. And this is really well taped, I have to say. Again, kudos to the eBay seller. I doubt they're watching this video, but still, kudos to you. You did a fine job at packaging this thing, and there's a lot of decent tape on this, so it seems like it's held up very well, actually. Okay, I don't know if this is going to come open, but I'm going to assume that I have to cut this part here. It looks like this used to be some kind of, like, frozen foods or something or another. I gotta cut my other side of my hand here. That's what I would guess this is. These are not very sharp scissors at all. These are barely sharp enough to cut this cardboard here. I should have grabbed a knife, but I'm too lazy, and the scissors were closest, so excuse my shoddy camera work once again. Oh, what do you know? It is a box within a box, covered in more bubble wrap and packing tape. Alright. The fun never ends, and it probably won't. Not with what I'm about to unbox, so. Alright, can I get out of the thing now? It looks like I can. Cool. So now I get to cut through some more packing tape and bubble wrap. Hopefully I can keep some of this bubble wrap, because it's actually pretty nice bubble wrap. But I can't be too sure because it looks like it's all covered in packing tape, so I imagine I'm probably just going to have to slice into this packing material here. Oh well. It looks like it's the good bubble wrap too, which is kind of crappy that I'm going to have to cut through it, but oh well, I got backup material in case I need to send something out or wrap something, so not the end of the world. I just like to reuse what I can if I can.
That's what I like to do. Bubble wrap, she gets some of her stuff that she buys. You have to lock the focus it. Alright, so sorry about that. I told you my amateur camera work is coming into play, so that's what you do when you come into one of these sorts of videos. And what a packing job. Let's repeat on the other side here.
Okay, now I have the box of Aunt Butchie's cheesecake cones, baked in Brooklyn, New York. Huh, interesting. Not a bad box though. Alright, we got some more packing tape we need to take off of the box here. And again, that good camera work with good unboxing work. And I'm doing a really terrible job at this. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I should have brought a knife, but it is what it is. Hopefully I don't drop the phone, which is likely. Called it. I spy an Apple logo. Bet you can't guess what's inside. Oh wait, the video title probably told you. Well, isn't that just lovely now, isn't it? It's like I can basically just rip this stuff off. Oh, they even put it in a little bag. A little one of those like moisture protecting things. And it's even got the old style of yo-yo power adapter in here too. You know, the old Apple yo-yos. I think these are 45 watts or something. Yeah. I don't know if that's supposed to be for this particular model of computer, but it's what I have, and it should work fine enough, I guess. So let's get her out of the plastic and get her a look here. Alrighty, so for those who haven't guessed what I got here, this is a PowerBook G3 Wallstreet model. And I got this used, of course. You can't buy these things new anymore. And this one was, for parts are not working, but it was shown running and it otherwise works just fine. So I picked it up anyway, because I figure these things are getting harder to find in working condition especially. And it looks like there's a reset command on the back just in case you needed to do that. It's got ADB, serial port, Ethernet. There's the HDI 30, I think it is, SCSI port, VGA, power, audio in and out, and got some screws to tighten the hinges. A little cooling vent with the infrared on it. On the left side, we have 2 PCM-CIA card slots, although one of the dust shutters is kind of messed up, but it still works. Obviously, you got a modem jack there. There's the battery, which is completely dead, as advertised, of course. On this side, we have the CD-ROM drive, and I've not opened the lid yet, so your guess is as good as mine. Ooh, look at there. So, here we have it, a G3 with the rainbow logo. Now, I imagine the hinges on this are probably long gone, but the screen still works. So, that's what's really nice about this. This actually is one of the uncommon models that has the passive matrix color display on it. So I picked it up because of that, and it looks like it worked just fine. So yeah, the spacebar definitely has a balance beam problem, which I figured as such in the pictures, so that's fine. The touchpad button works good, and it's not even that worn of a touchpad either. Keyboard shows most wear. Not too bad. All right, so let's go ahead and get the yo-yo out of the packaging. And it's all original too. It's even got the old style Apple connector for the back. That's cool. I imagine this is probably what shipped with this computer when it was new. So, yeah. Let's get her plugged in. I won't make you wait until I, obviously get this plugged in, so yeah. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to turn on as soon as I plug in the power. I'm not sure if this is one of those that do that, but I'm going to assume that it won't, but... Oh. Here, fan. Yep. Finicky power jack, I think? Or is that just a power on test? It must have been just a power on test. Okay, moment of truth. Ooh, we got a bong. That's a good sign. When you hear a bong, that's always a good sign. Now, this machine has 160 megs of RAM, so it might take a while for the screen to come on. But it should come on eventually, given that it bonged. Come on. Give me something good. I don't know, I heard the fan kick on, and then I pressed the power button and it chimed. Oh, there it goes. Okay, I just was too impatient. Ooh, and the contrast is too high. Ooh, we're gonna have to fix that. Contrast is way too high, but there we have Mac OS booting up there. Ooh, let's turn that contrast down a little bit. That is way too high. Something's up with the parameter battery on this thing. It's definitely way too high, so, oh, come on. I might have to wait till it gets in the operating system before I can adjust the controls, but on the plus side, at least it's booting up. The touchpad works. I believe this is Mac OS 8.1 that this is booting up. I can't remember for sure, but I believe this is OS 8.1, the factory installed version, if I remember correctly. It's got some special PowerBook stuff on here. And there we go. We even got the launcher on here. So let's go ahead and head up to About This Computer. And indeed, I was correct. Mac OS 8.1 with the G3 enabler with 160 megs of RAM. Now, please tell me I can turn the contrast down. Oh, thank God. You just barely not read the screen because the contrast is so high. But fortunately, it looks like it's working now. So yeah, this is the passive matrix color display model, which is very uncommon. You usually only see the active matrix color models, so that's why I picked this one up. So that's pretty cool. So let's see what's on this thing in terms of software here. I believe this is a 233 megahertz G3. Let's go into the system profile and check real quick. Correct. It is a G3 at 233 megahertz. I suppose you could probably turn off the virtual memory, but I suppose I'd probably leave that on for a newer OS installer. But let's see what we got going on here in terms of programs. So we do have America Online version 4, as well as Acrobat Reader 4, and a couple other versions. What's in the applications folder here? We've got the Apple Video Player, the CD Audio Player. I don't know if this actually has the DVD drive in it. I would assume no, because this is a passive matrix display, but you never know. I've seen Stranger Things, not the Netflix series, of course. There's an internet folder here, and this does have Ethernet, like I said, so I might be able to actually try getting online, because it does have IE on it, of course. This is macOS 8 after all, 8.1, PowerBook G3 series README. So that's interesting. Important information about your Macintosh PowerBook computer. So, weird. So, I'll definitely have to keep that in mind. I believe this has never really been formatted, or maybe it was done 2001 or something. Maybe that was the last time this was actually accessed. A lot of the dates on this still say 1998, July 23rd, 1998. So, maybe this machine was never formatted or something. That makes me wonder. So far so good. Display brightness is all the way up, which I figured as such. Where's the audio on this thing? I think it's in the control strip down here. So the sound is working. Sweet! I think we have ourselves a winner. It looks like it works just fine. So let's see here. I think it's under monitors and sound. Pretty responsive, actually. 800 by 600 with thousands of colors. So not a very impressive internal display. I'm surprised it's actually thousands of colors. I thought it would be limited to 256, but I guess passive matrix displays got a little more advanced. Sound output quality, 44.1 kilohertz. Not bad. Not bad. What's in this Untitled folder? Nothing. I actually need to check to see how big the hard drive in this is. Macintosh HD, Command I. How big is it? It's a 2 gig hard drive. It's about typical for the time. 2 gigs, not bad. I'll do a little bit more of a special overview of this machine later. I'm going to look into probably fixing the hinges and a couple other things and whatnot. But otherwise, there's your look at my PowerBook G3 Wallstreet. Take out the power plug. I might need to look into the hinge, or this hinge cover thingy. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like it's broken, but I don't know if it's like latching properly. And it very well could also be broken too, for all we know. But it doesn't seem like it wants to really like latch down properly, so that could just be something to do with wear and tear on this machine as it's aged. Yep, Wallstreet model 233, probably a base model, but still pretty cool to see. So the fact it works is also pretty awesome. So I'm going to look into those display hinges. They're probably shot, but you never know. They're probably shot, though, so it's probably at the end of its lifetime. It probably needs new hinges, but who knows. So anyways, there we go. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all later.